morning. It is morning. I still haven't put these videos together yet at night for a few days now, so I have 100% lost track of what day it is. Did about 28.5 miles yesterday, which brings me to 38.5. It must be about mile marker 1545 at the moment. Doing this weird loop around that the trail does, where we actually head west and then south for a while and then wrap back around and finally head up towards the Oregon border. So yeah, it's not a great deal to report on. The weather's yesterday afternoon, I don't know if it's just the fact that I had to swim at that beautiful lake and then carried on after that, but the temperature was, while still hot, it was much more manageable. It wasn't as humid and it wasn't as obnoxious as previous days. And last night it was actually downright pleasant. I was able to sleep in the clothes I usually sleep in, the long johns and long sleeve shirt, and actually use my sleeping bag and be comfortable and not too hot. And this morning's been fairly pleasant as well. But as I say that, the trail immediately becomes overgrown, whereas it has been quite good hiking for the last day and a half. Yeah, no, even the temperature this morning, I can feel the sun has a little bit of bite to it, but it's definitely not what it has been. So, you know, hopefully it stays that way. A little bit of relief from that heat wave, or maybe it's just gonna gear up and get worse, but we'll see. Today, probably gonna shoot for about 32-ish miles, just again because of where water and potentially appealing camping sounds like. And also looking at my next town, which is Etna. Theoretically, if I pushed it, I could be there tomorrow evening, but it looks like I'm going to try and get close, camp just outside, and then try and get in and out on the same day, so I can keep heading towards Ashland. That's where I've got new shoes, new pack, and my bounce box will be waiting for me, hopefully. I need to work out the timing and days as to, I think last time I had a rough look at it, it looked like I was going to get there on a weekend, which I don't really want to do. So I'll have to figure out whether I can speed up or slow down to make sure I don't hit that weekend. Considering skipping the town of Said Valley, but because that's only 50-ish miles after Etna, so it's only 2 days, or 2 and a bit days, or depending on how you lay it out. I'm not sure how far it is from Said Valley to Ashland, so I'm not sure whether it's realistic to skip that town or whether I'll end up just carrying a really heavy food load, which is just not what I want to do. I'm over the heavy packs. I like towns, so it's always good to do regular town stops and carry a light pack in between, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, they're pretty much the thoughts at the moment. The other interesting thing is I've noticed my daydreaming. Well, one, it's amazing how much time I spend daydreaming. I sometimes chastise myself a little bit for not being more present with where I am now, spending so much time thinking about the future, but I think there's only so much time in the day you can spend present walking through the mountains before your mind does wander. But it's been interesting. I have mentioned before different ideas for after the trail, like, you know, one, going back home and living in a van and just trying to do the minimalist living thing, and eventually buying another block of land and building a farm on it, a very basic, self-sufficient one. And then the other idea was to go to New Zealand and hike the Te Aroa trail there, And now, yesterday, I found those two dreams combined into, rather than hiking the Tarra Trail in New Zealand, going to New Zealand, buying a van, living in it, travelling around, finding some work and buying a block of land there, and doing the farm thing that I want to get back to so badly. I think the reason that one's changed is just to do with the heat we've had lately. The heat we've had lately is very similar to what I put up with for about half the year in Brisbane, Australia. So that's pretty hard. I can't stand it. It's pretty hard for me to sort of swallow the idea of setting up somewhere I'd like to stay, which is going to be that hot for that much of the year, all the time, and potentially with global climate change getting hotter. So yeah, that's where the daydreams lead lately. It's funny how they always change every couple of days. But for now, back to where I am. It certainly is super smoky. There are mountains there. You can't really see them. Can't really smell it though. I'm pretty sure that fire is mostly contained. I'm still miles away from it. Pretty nice view out behind me here. Very cool. Got a guy coming up behind me. He's gonna think I'm super weird walking along talking to a selfie stick, but screw it, I've tried being nice to him. He's not very chatty. It's things I've learnt today. It's day 113. I figured out on my lunch break when I sort of put together some videos. Other things I learnt is that the trail actually goes directly through Said Valley and the small gathering of businesses there that they call a town. So I won't be skipping Said Valley because I've got to go through anyway. The plus side of that is that it means I'm going to have to carry a very small food load out of Etna. The other plus side is that I'll have somewhere, if I can time it right, there's a almost 6,000 foot, almost 6,000 foot climb straight out of Said Valley over about 10 miles. So that's close to 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers? It's about 1.5 kilometers vertical gain over about 16 kilometers. So I'll probably end up night hiking that, I think. Just because it sounds miserable, and it's Said Valley is quite low elevation, it's down below 2,000 feet, so it's going to be hot as hell down there. So definitely sounds like night hiking territory. In other news, it's about 5:30 in the afternoon now, so it's about 12.5 hours since I started this morning. I did have about an hour and a half lunch break. Yesterday I had a beautiful lake. Today I had a trailhead dirt parking lot to have lunch in. So, you know, it's all highlights here. It's always amazing. Definitely never napping in the dirt in a bush parking lot. Also, I have figured out that I do believe I'm going to make it into Etna tomorrow evening or afternoon, because if I do the 32.5 I think I'm going to be doing today, by the time I get to where I'm planning on going, it'll leave me with about 26 tomorrow, which apparently I can do by about mid-afternoon. These days I seem to have 20 done by lunchtime around midday, and then yeah, I mean theoretically if I take an hour lunch break, depending on terrain, I could be hitching by 3. So, well, the original plan was to just be just outside of town and do a couple of miles in Hitchin in the morning, I have discovered there is $5 camping somewhere in town with showers and stuff available. So I think I'll just go in rather than camping on the trail. I'll pay me $5, camp in town, get some of the chores done tomorrow night, the rest done in the morning, and then head back out to the trail and keep charging towards Canada. That's probably the plan. Well, that is the plan. I'm definitely becoming very goal orientated at this point, for no real reason, because from the miles I'm doing, I've got plenty of time up my sleeve, but for some reason hiking seems to be the only thing I have to do these days, or I want to do. And yeah, I sit down and take breaks whenever I want, but yeah, the miles has come now. And apparently Oregon, everyone says it's flat. I don't believe them. I guarantee there'll still be hills, but apparently the hiking in Oregon is very brisk. So these 32-mile days I'm doing, I may even push out to high 30s. We'll see. But for now, everything's going fairly smoothly, so that means something should go wrong very shortly. So let's find out what that is.